Bueno, bienvenidos una vez más. ¿Qué tal, mi gente? ¿Cómo están ustedes en este canal de YouTube que es de ustedes? Continúen suscribiéndose, activando las notificaciones, disfrutando de lo que tenemos para ustedes. Desde Manny Machado, desde Ketel Marte, Teoscar Hernández que viene por ahí, Luis Severino que viene por ahí, el Grillo Vargas que está ahí, Lester Quiñones y por supuesto otro invitado especial para ustedes de esa nueva camada que esperamos ver con el uniforme dominicano en competencias internacionales en baloncesto, un mundial. ¿Por qué no soñarlo? Y entonces ahora tenemos a otro, pues, ese muchacho, ¿verdad? Talento joven, como ya dije, que repito, que lo vimos en la NBA con el equipo de Portland, después de estar en la G League. Se trata nada más y nada menos que de Justin Minaya. Así que bienvenido aquí, Justin Minaya. Justin, welcome and thanks for your time. I know you've been traveling a lot since your last game in the NBA, but it's a pleasure to have you here.
Yeah, thank you, man. It's a pleasure to be here. I'm excited to be here, man. It's been great.
You're already in New Jersey, right?
Yeah, I just got back today.
Yeah, long flight since from Portland, right?
Yeah, I was on about like a 5-6 hour flight earlier this morning. I just got back about a couple hours ago.
Bueno, ahí damos la bienvenida a Justin, que haremos lo mismo que con Lester, ¿verdad? Le preguntamos en inglés y traducimos al español. Él es el hijo de Omar Minaya, terminó con Portland y fue un vuelo de 5 o 6 horas y llegó a su casa en New Jersey. Justin, let's talk about the season. I mean, leaving Providence, right, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
And how everything fell out, going to the G League, but never losing the hope, working hard until you got in the last week for the last game with the Trailblazers.
Yeah, it was great, man. I mean, starting out last year, going to Providence, it was great going to the Sweet 16, finished out a kind of great college career, and then even going to Summer League last summer, doing Summer League with the Hornets. That was a great experience. But then, nothing was better for me than going to the G League and going with the Capitanes in Mexico City, because I really was able to just grow, expand my game, kind of just get more skilled, gain more confidence. And then, man, it was a blessing to just get called up and signed for the rest of the year with Portland at the end of the season.
Le preguntamos sobre todo el año, ¿verdad? Salieron a Ciudad de Providence, la experiencia en el verano, ir a México, terminar con Portland, y él lo dijo, bueno, sí, yo estuve ahí, me fue bien, fuimos a los Dulces 16 en la locura de marzo, en el campo, en el entrenamiento de verano con los Hornets, pero lo mejor fue ir a México, ahí pude expandir mi juego, aprender más cosas y terminar entonces con Portland. Exactly what did you learn with the Capitanes, and you know, and how to keep in mind that you know you have the talent to be an NBA, but not only in words, getting the facts done. I mean, going there, it doesn't matter 1, 2, 3 games, whatever they were, but you were there and giving your best. But how keep it? How keep the desire? And that what you mentioned, the special, what's the Mexico experience?
Yeah. I mean, definitely for me, it was kind of just keeping a positive mindset throughout. Just kind of sticking to my work ethic. A lot of credit goes to a lot of the veterans I had too, because I had a lot of ex-NBA guys that were on my team. I had guys like Shabazz Napier, Kenneth Fareed, even Skyler Mays, who was on my team in Mexico City. Those guys were really big on helping me. Like, they always helped me with my confidence. They were always ready for me to just to take that next step. And as the year went on, I was really taking that next step, and they all believed in me like I could do it. So when I saw that they had belief in me, I mean, I felt like I could really do it, and I just kept growing throughout the year. And yeah, man, that being in Mexico City was amazing. I mean, it was my first time kind of living out the country outside of the U.S. And I mean, it was such a great experience for me just to grow as a player and a person.
Habló ahí de lo primero es que es la primera vez que él se va a Estados Unidos, que se va a Ciudad México, allí encontró veteranos, es jugadores de la NBA, mencionó varios nombres, Shabazz Napier, Kenneth Fareed, que le ayudaron muchísimo a crecer como persona, como jugador, expandir su juego, trabajar duro, nunca perder la fe, la esperanza y algo que dijo muy importante, si ellos creían en mí, eso me ayudaba a yo seguir creyendo en mí. The turning point, when did you smell in the air like a call could be done?
Yeah, I would say maybe when a call up could happen, I really wasn't sure because the season ended. So once the G League season ended, I wasn't really sure. I kind of just came back home, just kind of stayed ready, just kept working out. But then, sure enough, like about a week after the G League season ended, I just came back from working out at the gym, and I got a call from my agent. And they told me that Portland wanted to sign me for the rest of the year, and it was great. I mean, I went from just like one day being at home, thinking it was the off season, to the next day I'm flying to Memphis to go play my NBA debut, and it was great, man. It was great.
So you were in New Jersey and you flew to Memphis.
Yeah, I was in Jersey, and then they flew me right to Memphis, and I played that next day.
Bueno, ahí está. Entonces él dijo, bueno, ya la temporada se había acabado de la G League, pero yo me mantuve trabajando y de repente me llama mi agente, mira, Portland te quiere ver, y yo pasé de estar planificando solamente entrenar a jugar con Portland, un vuelo para Memphis, y ahí terminé. Short time, but there's someone, there are always things you learn, experiences, sharing from the coach, from your coaches, the players. Did you get to see Damian Lillard? Did you spoke with him or other players you spoke to that gave you something in the short time?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, well, it was cool just being around the NBA system. Chauncey Billups as the head coach, he was great with me. He from the jump, he kind of was just able to just give me a lot of confidence and was really positive and just let me know. He told me it was okay to be nervous for my first NBA game, but just go out there and play. Don't worry about making mistakes, and that helped me out a lot. Just having that and like I said, having Skyler Mays, he was there with the Capitanes, and then he was also there in Portland with me. So having him there with me, hearing him talk, and he's been around the league for about 2 years, so having his thoughts were great for me.
Did you get to see Lillard? You didn't see him?
Yeah, I saw Damian Lillard yesterday. Yeah, it was short, just introduce myself and like that. But he wasn't on the road trip with us. He was just in Portland.
He was in Portland. Okay. Bueno, le preguntamos sobre con los veteranos que él compartió. What's the name of your mate that was in Mexico with you? Can you repeat it again?
The Mexican, the player?
Yeah.
Skyler Mays.
Skyler Mays, estaba con él ahí. Después se vieron también en Portland. El dirigente Billups, que le dijo en su primer juego, tranquilo, bota los nervios, no te preocupes por los errores. How much of a nervous were you nerve-wracked the first game?
Yeah, in the beginning I was a little nervous, yeah, but once I got out on the floor and got to see my first points go up, I was okay after that. Then it just became regular basketball for me.
Estaba muy nervioso al principio, pero después que anotó sus primeros 2 puntos, ya fue baloncesto regular para él. Well, let's talk about Dominican Republic. What are the chances that you play with the Dominican team in the World Cup?
I would love to do that. I would love to represent the Dominican team for the World Cup. It would be a great opportunity and kind of like a dream come true to be able to play and experience that. It'd be a really great experience for me, I feel like, and definitely I could see myself doing it for sure.
Have they spoken to you about it? Talked to your agent?
Yeah, I've talked to him a little bit. I definitely during this season I was really just focused on playing professionally, and now that the off season's here, I definitely think I'll be in talks more about doing that.
Bueno, le preguntamos sobre jugar con República Dominicana en la Copa del Mundo. Él dijo que sí, que lo quiere, lo siente, lo desea, lo anhela. Hay muchos chances, lo quiere hacer. Estaba concentrado ahora en la NBA y todo, pero ya eso pasó y ahora es darle esa oportunidad. Your father is Dominican. Your father is a baseball man. He was in the World Baseball Classic. Now, helping the Dominican team. How much have you spoke with him? In the dad and son conversations about representing the Dominican Republic.
Yeah, a lot. He's been in my corner. He's been one of the biggest pieces for my career throughout all this time. When I played with the DR team back when I was younger, when I was about 17 years old, 16, 17, he was there for me, and yeah, he'll have a lot of influence on my decision to be able to play there this year, and I'm pretty sure he would love it just as much as me.
Pues ya le pregunté sobre su padre. Justin es el hijo de Justin Minaya. Yo voy a caer en el béisbol ahora, pero ¿qué tanto han hablado de que él representa a República Dominicana en la categoría mayores? Y él dijo que estuvo ahí en ese equipo también. Lester was there, right? With you? Did you play together?
Lester, I played Lester yesterday with Golden State. Yep.
But in the Dominican team,
he wasn't on that team.
Okay, well,
I was there with Alonzo Frank, but I was there the year before Lester.
Bueno, él estuvo en el año antes que Lester, thank you. Pero entonces, obviamente son 2 chances que están ahí. Y sí, él dice que su papá siempre ha estado de su lado, lo ha ayudado. Y seguro será un honor. Y lo va a apoyar con esa sesión de jugar por República Dominicana. We're very excited here, having a chance to get Lester, to have you, Chris, Carr, probably all. We don't know, but it's going to be, guys with talent. And then they have, set foot, 1 foot or 2 and playing some games in the NBA.
Yep. No, it would be great. It would be a great experience, man. I'd be very excited for it.
Sí, él dice que está muy motivado para ellos. Le gusta la oportunidad a Lester de hacerlo. Did you play baseball at one time? Because, you know,
Yeah.
let's talk about that transition. I mean, your father is a baseball man for his life. How did you land it in basketball?
Yeah, it's funny because I was actually a baseball player growing up. My goal was to be an MLB player up until I was about, I would say 16 years old. Growing up, I wanted to be just like Jose Reyes. Like Jose Reyes, like he was my idol. Like I wanted to be just like him.
Okay.
And then as I kind of got a little taller, got a little bit older, I just kind of made that transition to basketball. And then I kind of started taking basketball more serious around like 15, 16 years old. And then once I started getting really good, I kind of fell in love with it.
You practice in both or only baseball for some time?
I stopped playing baseball once I was about 16.
Bueno, lo escucharon ahí, su primer amor era el béisbol. Y él quería ser como José Reyes, que era su ídolo. Pero de repente como que las cosas cambiaron y después de ahí se inclinó por el baloncesto, luego se enamoró de ahí. What was the turning point? I mean, key moment, important factor that made you move to basketball?
Yeah, I mean, for me, it was actually my uncle. I had an uncle who was a big influence on me playing basketball. He was like, me and him, he taught me how to play. He worked out with me every day. And around that time, he had cancer. So he happened to pass away when I was about 15. So then I was all right, I'm going to dedicate my career to him. I'm going to make the NBA like me and him talked about. And that was kind of the turning point, I'd say.
What was his name?
James Albright, Uncle Jay, I called him.
Uncle Jay, James Albright, un tío que tenía Justin, que le enseñó a jugar baloncesto, entrenaba con él y todo, entonces él le dio cáncer, falleció, y like in honor of him, you went to basketball? Can I say that? Honoring him, like in honor of him, you moved to basketball then?
Yeah, exactly, perfect, yep.
Entonces como su tío lo enseñó, en honor a él dijo, no, me voy a quedar con el baloncesto y voy a darlo ahí. So who was your idol in basketball?
It had to be LeBron. I'd say LeBron James. Growing up, wanted to be just like LeBron James. Watching him play. Oh, my bad. Watching him play throughout his Miami years.
Okay.
That was everything for me. I say, yeah, for sure.
And your uncle's idol, who was?
It was actually Kobe Bryant. So me and him used to go back and forth, talk about who we liked more, Kobe or LeBron.
Okay.
But it was always a great argument.
A su tío le gustaba Kobe y el de Justin es LeBron James, su ídolo. La verdad, imagínese usted, for you LeBron's the GOAT, right?
Yes. Yeah.
Para él es el mejor de todos los tiempos. Y entonces su tío estaba con Kobe, eran unas conversaciones, discusiones amistosas, familiares, y ahí eso se quedó. Did you ever tell Jose Reyes he was your idol?
Oh yeah. Jose knows. He knows very well. I have a relationship where I can speak to Jose, and he knows how much he is my favorite player. And when I was growing up, man, it was everything. I wanted to be just like him. I stole bases just like him. And I mean, to this day, I still look up to Jose and look back at how much he's been influenced. He influenced my career.
You're close? You still talk?
Yeah. I can still hit him up on Instagram and stuff like that. So we'll talk through there.
Bueno, oye, Justin acaba de decir que él imitaba a José en todo, hasta robándose las bases lo imitaba. Y que hablaba mucho, que él creció, respetando a José, imitando a José, queriendo ser como él la pelota, que de vez en cuando se escriben cosas en el Instagram. How much Spanish do you speak?
Not so much. I need to learn. Everybody always gets on me for not knowing. The only reason I don't speak Spanish is because my dad speaks it, but my mom, she's not Dominican, so she doesn't speak Spanish. So I didn't really hear it growing up in the house. So that's kind of my problem. I want to learn it though, for sure. I want to learn it soon.
So yours is poquito?
Yeah, un poquito.
Poquito. But what can you say? Like, you can say like, I'm good, or...
Yeah, I get hola, ¿cómo estás? Muy bien. Like,
well, not bad.
Yeah.
You can connect it quick, right?
Yeah.
Dice que le dan su cuerda porque él no habla español, pero que su madre no lo hablaba, su papá sí, pero que él espera aprenderlo ahora. Justin, what's ahead? I know, I mean, you know, and you know, if you have to give yourself a score for this year, from last year until that time, what would it be, and what to expect ahead? What do you want to do? What are you going to do these days?
Yeah, yeah. I mean, I would say that this past year has been amazing. I mean, it's been everything that I wanted it to be. It was my goal to go to the G League and try to get a call up, and then I did that. And now it's kind of moving on and growing from here. Trying to get now sign another contract going into next season, and staying in the NBA and actually being able to find a role in the NBA and be a rotational player and have an impact on a team and help somebody. I think that's the next step for me in my career and my journey. So I'm excited for it and looking forward to it.
Le preguntamos a Justin, ¿verdad? Una evaluación, qué pensar del año hasta la fecha, desde que salió de la universidad. Le dice, bueno, maravilloso para mí. Yo pues estuve en la G League, mi meta era estar en la NBA, terminé ahí. Ahora no es sentirme complacido ni mucho menos, seguir trabajando hasta llegar a estar en una rotación, ser parte de un equipo en una rotación, y eso es lo que esperamos hacer en lo adelante. What do you think is going to help you ahead? I mean, is your defense going to help you? Is a lot of things you can contribute as a small forward? What's your vision on that?
Yeah. I think for me, it all falls down on my defense. I think I can help any team defensively. I mean, I think I'm a very great defender. Just being able to knock down open threes like I do and drive closeouts. But the biggest impact I can make for myself right now is definitely defensively. Just being able to guard kind of 1 through 5, guard any position, and I think I can do that very well for a team and help a bunch of teams out in the NBA.
Le preguntamos si él entiende que con su defensa y aportar un poquito en la cancha, en lo adelante, eso le da más oportunidades. Él dice, sí, definitivamente mi fuerte es la defensa, defender del 1 al 5, entregarme en ese sentido. Obviamente cuando yo esté solo de 3, anotar esos disparos de 3 y hacer mi trabajo, pero mantenerme ahí, seguir trabajando fuerte en eso para encontrar el hueco. My friend, thanks for your time. Wishing nothing but the best. I mean, this is a great conversation, and hopefully we'll see your name in the NBA more frequently. Your dad made a name in MLB. Now it's your chance to be in the NBA.
Exactly, yeah. I'm looking forward to it, man. I appreciate the time, man. It was great.
Thanks for that. One last question. Your uncle was your mother's brother?
Yeah, it was my mother's brother.
Bueno, su tío materno, hermano de su madre. Can you give an advice to Dominican kids and your kids watching this interview right now? I mean, you were home, and all of a sudden you had to pack back to Memphis and be important. So it's amazing.
Exactly. Yeah. No. I mean, my advice would definitely just to always stay with it, man. I mean, for me, I wasn't very highly recruited coming out of high school. Wasn't very highly recruited coming out of college. I kind of just stuck with it, stuck to my plan, and kind of just always stayed positive with myself and stayed focused. Just knowing that if I stuck to the work and just kind of put one foot in front of the other, I knew it would work out for me, and that's what happened. So.
Bueno, lo dijo ahí, el consejo a la juventud. Nunca desmayen, nunca se rindan, manténganse en el plan. Él dijo, yo no fui el más talentoso saliendo de la secundaria, ni el más alto en las evaluaciones o en cotización, tampoco en la universidad, pero me mantuve ahí trabajando, y mientras yo pueda poner un pie junto con el otro en la cancha, todas las cosas pueden pasar. Thank you, Justin. Wishing you a big success ahead, and hopefully we can see you with the Dominican jersey playing the World Cup.
Yep. Thank you for sure, man. I appreciate it.
Bien, ahí lo vieron, y tiene los planes de estar con la República Dominicana en la Copa del Mundo. Justin Minaya, también vieron a Lester Quiñones, especial para ustedes después de la Semana Mayor. Esta plataforma es de ustedes, le damos lo mejor, y como siempre agradecido de mi gente de Romeo Studio con las facilidades técnicas, el set, la conexión, el audio. Ellos son grandes ligas en todo el sentido de la palabra, mi gente de Romeo Studio. Nos vemos en una próxima entrega, le dé sus comentarios, opiniones, así que Dios me lo bendiga.